What is body modification? In a definition, body modification is the process in which some part of the body is altered for personal reasons, whether it be religious, social, or just because. However, body modification has a much deeper meaning for those with it and sometimes those who plan to get it. There are many different aspects of body modification that most people do not get to experience because of body modification's struggling relationship with the social standard. In this video, you will be introduced to the different opinions on body modification from those with and without it.
I think that body modification is everyone has their own opinion, and yeah.
I think it's different depending on the person. Each person has their own opinion about it.
Body modification to me is altering your body to make you, more confident in yourself. For example, if you want to get earrings or belly button piercings.
Piercing, tattoos, what are those other things called? That's piercing with the holes in it.
Tattoos, or maybe even things such as plastic surgery.
Gauges. That's about it.
Botox and stuff. Body modification is a way to express yourself in a way that's different. Like, some people draw, and some people cry, and some people go get boob jobs. And I don't particularly like Botox, so I think you should be able to move your face.
I think it's like art. Okay, to me, body modification is basically when people, they have to do stuff to feel better about themselves.
Everybody thinks that, tattoos are just pointless, but really it's just art.
If you got something that says baby mama on you, that is not cute. I mean, sometimes, they want to do it just for the fun of it, just because, but other times just because it's feel better.
I think people do it because it's cool.
I think it's cool.
Body modification, I think it's just basically a new way of looking cool.
Like tummy tucks.
Yeah. Little things, tuck here and there. I'm up for it.
If it's something that you want to do and that's the way you want to express yourself, then you should be able to do it.
It's definitely lots of modification. To each is their own.
It's your body, you can very well do what you want to do.
Exactly.
Now that we've gotten a view on how people feel about body modification, we can get a clear understanding from people who have it and people who don't but want it in the future.
I got my belly button pierced because I felt like it was the right thing to do at the time. And I wanted to, so I did it.
A lot of that shit got to be
Cute. Because all my friends did. I used to have to
On top of sports, and they were kind of uncomfortable, the smell that came off of them when you took them out was disgusting.
I did take it out because I noticed that it was going to leave a bad scar if I did it, and I didn't want like a scarred stomach, so.
I would probably get breast augmentation, a belly button piercing, a tattoo.
Snake bites, and then I want to get piercings in my ear and a nose piercing, but I don't think I'm going to get that anymore. I'll probably just get like a nose piercing.
All three of those things.
I want to get a tattoo, a small one. I also want to get my nipples pierced.
Well, thinking about a tattoo.
Maybe a boob lift. My nose and my lip and the snake bites, and I want to get my ears pierced here, 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 and the middle one, I already have 3.
Probably get my left ear pierced.
And I want a left ear piercing. I want to get my tongue pierced, my belly button pierced. I want to get those things that you stick through your hips.
And I'll get nipple rings.
Double tattoos, and yeah.
My tattoo is my zodiac sign. I'm a Sagittarius. I got it because, I don't want to get my name or anything, and it was my first tattoo, and I didn't know what to get, so I just got it. It was simple, but cute. Yeah.
I get a tattoo, but I try to get it in a place where no one can see it.
Yes. I'm gonna get a tattoo.
I'm gonna get it somewhere stupid, like on my hand or something.
I think like a smiley face, like on the back. Like piercings, I'm gonna get all of my ears pierced, my belly button pierced.
An infinity thingy.
Then I'll get something on my finger. Maybe my back dimples. Maybe. It depends.
I'm getting all my family members and my loved ones tatted on me. My arms and chest.
Where on your arms? Like all right here?
Nah, here.
Oh.
Can't get no job with tattoos all over your arm.
Well, I would like to defy time.
I'm kind of scared to get it.
And I'm not worried about looking older. I just would like to look 10 to 15 years younger than what I am at any given point in time.
But if I would decide to get it, it would be a very small tattoo in a place that can be covered.
I think an eyebrow lift would work some magic. Restylane, which fills in the nooks and crannies on your face, wrinkles, and maybe some Botox between the eyebrows.
We will now hear stories from people who have taken the time to be modified themselves.
I had actually my nose done when I was about 25 years old. I was always very self-conscious of it, and I never wanted anybody to take a picture of my profile because I had like a longer, more wider nose right there.
I got my body modifications. Basically, everything I got, every piece of ink represents me, who I am, what I believe, or what I stand for.
I can start with the more recent body modification. It covered up an old personification, an old person. Cost a lot more, I can say that. I mean, well, way more, probably 15 times more than the original. The original was just done kind of on a whim, kind of planned at the same.
Here on my right shoulder, I have, zoom in, it's a peace sign with two individuals, neither male or female, representing unity, peace and unity. And that's, something that, I strongly believe in.
I was part of a little crew, so to speak, and each member of the crew was supposed to get a number in their tattoo. My number was 8 because that was my favorite number. It's like infinity on the side. And when I saw the tattoo, it was an original tattoo created by the tattoo artist. And that 8 ball to me kind of represented the drug culture that was going on at the time. For me, coming up in the 90s, cocaine and crack and things like that were really big, and they were prolific, and they were impacting the community on a major scale.
When I was 25, I just decided the time was right. So I interviewed a few doctors and felt very strong about the one I selected. And I did not have to have like my nose broken or anything like that, but I did have what they call the soft cartilage shaved down at the tip of my nose, and it just made it a smaller looking nose.
I have another tattoo which is on the left arm, which is of a panther, which I'm big on cats, and I do think cats are a very interesting and amazing breed, which states only the strong survive, which I believe only strong survive mentally and physically.
So the reason why I had that 8 ball crushing the skull was because the 8 ball represented an 8 ball, basically of cocaine, which is an 1/8 ounce, crushing whoever the user was and basically turning them into vampires with red eyes and they were red cat eyes and vampires. So that's the original story behind that one. After a while, I realized that it could be interpreted in a lot of different ways, which it was. But, for a while it was pretty cool. I was probably about 16, probably 17 when I got the tattoo originally. So I wasn't in necessarily the right frame of mind anyway.
The procedure accomplished what it was that I wanted to do. I would love to have a small little pert nose, but that was not in my cards. But I do have a much more attractive nose than I did back when I was growing up and self-conscious about it. I'm no longer self-conscious in pictures. I mean, I don't love my nose.
On my back, I have a line which represents my birth name. The first part of my birth name is Tor, which means king. And I represent, just like a lion is in a jungle, I represent, as birth as a king in a concrete jungle. So I look at it as, and also a lion, how they run in a pride as well. That's on my back side. The other ones on my back, or actually on my arms, the back of my arms, it says will and power, because I believe without willpower, none shall survive.
Over the years, it took me until I was 38 to be able to really get the type of tattoo that I wanted to, because it was pretty expensive. If you go to the right place, I went to a pretty exclusive gentleman. Most of his clients are probably over 30. Yeah, I went with, at the time, a girlfriend of mine, and she had a messed up tattoo too. It's kind of like some tribal thing. It wasn't really tribal on her stomach. So we went and we saw what type of cover we would get. Since my first tattoo was so big and it had that big 8 ball sitting in the middle of my shoulder, there wasn't a whole lot that I could do. But I did come with the concept, and the concept was the sun.
Other ones I have, my legs, left and right calf, it says free, it says spirit. I believe in, my definition of free spirit is somebody that's basically open to all. Thou shalt not judge, you know, do unto others as you would done to yourself. Respect.
So the new tattoo is sort of a black Japanese sun with a Japanese dragon kind of going through the sun. The dragon is going from east to west, going from east to west, chasing the dragon pearl, representing knowledge traveling from the east to the west. The dragon also, like I said, is going through the rays of the sun, representing the light that's beaming down from chasing the knowledge. And as it passes over each section of my arm, it goes over a different element of the earth. So within the tattoo itself, it has water, so it's represented by waves in the stream. It also has the tree, and the tree is actually a Deobao tree, which is a very interesting tree, seeing as though it can go more than 9 years without water, and it doesn't have any leaves on it, the one that I have, representing the fact that I can endure like the Deobao tree, Africa.
Across my chest, I have a tattoo that says adapt, and that to me is, you know, some people look at, well, you can be a free spirit, how can you adapt? Well, when you're born, you have to adapt. When you're born, we come out, you start breathing on your own, you have to adapt. Everywhere you go, you have to adapt. So you might not have to conform, but you have to adapt.
So most of my tattoos are thought-provoking. Oh, and then the tattoo, it also has wind. So you'll see some wind tunnels and things of that nature as well.
Last but not least, on my shoulder blades, I have my mother and my father's birth dates, because without them, I wouldn't be here giving you this interview.
We will now get a clearer understanding of what people know about body modification, what they think, and if they judge.
I'm aware of, you know, plastic surgery, the various forms of plastic surgery, the piercing,
chest,
breast
implants,
booty implants,
boob jobs, butt jobs, nose jobs,
tattoos. I'm, you know, very aware of all of those.
Head jobs, hair jobs, scalp jobs, everything.
I'll consider that a body modification as well, even though it's non-cosmetic.
Well, I know tattoos, piercing, Botox, like I already said.
I got some gold teeth too. I got some caps.
I'm aware of gauges, tattoos, pierced ears. Plastic surgery, is that body modification?
To get a nose job, boob jobs. Well, I think it's pretty cool that someone would step out of, you know, the normal to do something so crazy, but some people it is a little, well, not crazy, but like different, I guess.
I think that they're kind of crazy and that their mom wasn't with them when they got that.
I can't stand seeing tattoos on ladies' arms. Just a big, like, I love mom type of tattoo on a lady's arm just disgusts me totally.
I'm not with you, but I was just playing. But I just think they do too much. You know what I'm saying? And then like later on in life they're gonna regret it if they end up living that long.
Anything that you do is going to cause people to judge you.
Well, I mean, me particularly, I judge people all the time, so I mean, it's not necessarily that they have the piercings, but I judge someone who would have like 20 piercings on their face because I'm thinking like they don't have any common sense.
I always hope that they can get a job. They're working in a field that they can wear that.
When I see people that just have like gauges in their nose, it's like a little, I kind of like judge them a little bit.
No, I don't judge people. All people wear tattoos and piercing and gauges. You can't judge a book by a cover.
No, it's wrong. First, like, impressions are like everything, pretty much. And when you see someone with all that body modification, you're like, yeah, why would you do that?
The craziest one I've ever seen.
Skin bleaching is ridiculous, if you ask me.
Oh my god, the guy in the Guinness Book of World Records. So, like, all the piercing on his face.
The lip ring. No, the earrings that opened up your lobes.
The wildest, craziest thing I think I probably saw was tattooing the white of the eyeball. If I can't touch my eyeball, I couldn't imagine a needle tattooing ink in my eyeball.
I would have to judge them and say, that's a beast. they can take some pain.
There's a guy with a snake tongue. He got snake tongue neck.
It's like this big, literally.
I feel like genital piercings, I think that is just out of the ordinary. Like, why would you want to pierce, you know, your genital? Like, that's not cute.
Probably face plastic surgery.
It's nasty.
Oh, face. I've seen people with tattoos on their face. That's a no-no.
Now that you have learned the many opinions of body modification, you yourself can determine where you stand on the subject. You can be with it, against it, or neutral. Body modification is a growing factor in each and every society. Only you can determine how you view it.